Imagine a product that worked on every surface on your car. The paint, the glass, the plastic, the rubber. Well, we found it. On this week's edition of Performance TV, we hit Topcoat. Welcome to Performance TV. We're in the Sunshine State, just outside of Jacksonville, and we're here to check out the guys from Topcoat. We're going to learn a lot about F11, its uses, and how great a product it is. It works on planes, it works on cars, and it even works on bikes. In fact, Bike Week, Daytona, 1 hour south, Topcoat was there. Let's check it out.
How you doing? What I'm going to show you is a reconditioning of this 99 Harley Davidson. It's actually a 3-year barn find that our customer has brought to us to recondition with F11. And what we're going to use it on is any gloss paint. We're going to use it on any and all chrome, Lexan windshield, any rubber hoses, any plastic, front to back, top to bottom. We're going to recondition it with one product, F11. Come on up to the front here and I'll show you. Even though it's dirty, we're still going to use the F11. We're going to spray on a fine amount. With that dirt on there, I'm actually going to let it sit for a minute. And then all you do is buff it into the surface. You can see the F11 is lifting all that dirt off the surface. And that's been on there for 3 years in a barn. And then you're going to use your clean microfiber to polish it to a shine. Hit your chrome here, hit your windshield. And look how amazing that looks after using one product on your Lexan windshield, the chrome, and the paint. All with one product. Now let's see how the F11 performs on the fuel tank here. You can see that the 3 years of buildup of dirt, dust, and debris has accumulated on the fuel tank. Now I'm going to remove all that dirt, debris, and buildup. And look how amazing the F11 has made that paint shine again, removing all that dirt. Now let's see how F11 works on the leather. Again, this leather has been in the garage barn for 3 years, and it is making that leather look new again. It has brought back the natural luster of the leather seat. Now we're going to apply F11 to the motor area of the motorcycle. We're going to apply the F11 to all the black denim on the engine, even in the cylinder heads, all the chrome. And the F11 is going to bring back the original luster of the black denim, even in the cylinder. It's not going to leave any buildup in your emblems like other products would. You can see how it is deepening the gloss even on the chrome. You can see here the black denim has returned to its original luster, and it's actually already dried here in the cylinder fins. So there you have it. We polished all the surfaces on this engine, and it looks absolutely amazing. So you see how the front fairing turned out, the fuel tank, and the engine area. Now we're going to move back to this area, the luggage rack and compartment, and we're going to see how that's going to turn out as well. I'm going to get in there and polish everything up. And wow, look at it bring that shine out. It's all nice and clean. Even the chrome. Now you can see how well the F11 worked at restoring the natural luster of the paint, the gloss finish, and the chrome even. And it's just a night and day difference between this side and that 3-year-old barn dirt, dust, and debris that was on the surface. Just a night and day difference. Well, Scott and I have a lot of work to do on this bike. The customer is on his way to pick it up.
Wow!
Wow.
Really brought it back to life, huh?
Oh my God. This thing is gorgeous.
The way that Harley-Davidson came out was incredible, and that is what's so cool about Topcoat F11. We'll be back after this.
Massachusetts and Missouri were the first states to require driver's licenses way back in 1903. But it wasn't necessary for drivers to actually take a test. Which state was the first to require both an exam and a license for all drivers? Ohio, Indiana, New Jersey, or Rhode Island? It was Rhode Island in 1908, coincidentally the year the Model T made its debut. Performance TV is brought to you by Borla, the world's most winning exhaust. NH Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system. RockAuto.com, all the parts your car will ever need. And by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever.
Welcome back to Performance TV, presented by Topcoat. We are at the headquarters and going to check it out. The people here at Topcoat are fulfilling orders and sending them out. This is a great American success story that started out of a near tragedy.
I've been doing this forever, for a very long time, since I was a kid. And it turned into a bunch of shops and employees, and we did everything, you know, like a one-stop shop, bring a car in, we did whatever it needed. But that's getting familiar with the products and the chemicals and so forth, and starting to understand, you know, what was out there, because I worked with everything under the sun. The real turning point was when I left the company I was working for, started up another facility here, and quickly thereafter I had a bad car accident, and that was it. It was literally game over. I was sitting at a light, and about 20 car lengths back, at a light, at a standstill, and I'm just playing with the radio and I'm screwing around with it, and I'll just never forget this. This lady out of nowhere just started literally screaming at me. I mean, just screaming at the top of her lungs, "Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out." And I just sort of 10 and 2 o'clocked, and I became part of the seat. And I put my head on that headrest, and the minute I did that, I sort of like caught a quick glimpse of that rearview mirror, and it just quick, and bam, and that was it. That was really what happened, you know. Had the car wreck, literally thought it was game over, but again, it was one of those, I didn't want to give up to my kids. While I was going through that, I knew that I got to provide a living here. You know, I've got the kids, I've got my wife, and, you know, in this condition, you know, I didn't think I'd ever walk again, and the thought was, well, I've got to be able to figure some way out to do something in this condition, knowing that I was going to be crippled the rest of my life, and but yet where I could provide an income. And it had to be something that I knew. That was really the defining point of the Topcoat product. I said, if I could create one product, initially to start, right? One product that could do everything. Put it on the glass, plastics, paint, rubber, trim, you know, no heat issues. That was also eco-friendly in a water-based form, because that's, to me, where the real technology is water-based. How could it not work? No one has the time anymore. No one has the patience anymore, or the knowledge. I mean, you've got to really know in today's day and age what product does what. In my condition, I can't wash. I can't pull out a hose. I can't pull out a bucket. I can't do the old traditional way of how the industry, you know, works. You know, cannon sprays, and I can't physically do any of that. But I could certainly take one product and use that on everything, and not only use it on everything, but do a full day's job, right, with all those other products in a half hour, maybe an hour at worst. The only problem was, if I can pull this off, it's either going to be a really great success, or, you know, it's going to be a miserable failure.
We'll have more of this remarkable American success story, but right now it's time for the lowdown with Magic Creeper.
You know, we've seen all of the great uses that you can have for the Magic Creeper, and one you're probably going to use the most is just as a knee pad. You know, Joe, getting down, changing tires, doing detailing work, changing a license plate. It definitely helps a lot, doesn't it?
So true, in that it's a multi-tool. You're going under cars, obviously, but there are so many opportunities to just do something on your car. We got to pull this right front off. We're going to check the brakes. I would be killing my niece. Throw down the Magic Creeper, it happened to be in the car, and now I'm able to work. But then again, it has a lot of other options too, like moving around something heavy, sliding something, you don't hurt your back, you don't injure yourself, and that's why we love it so much. We find that people constantly say, I didn't realize how many things I could use the Magic Creeper for.
Exactly.
We're putting it to the test right now.
Yes, and you want to always keep the Magic Creeper rolled up and stored with the bands wrapped around the outside. That way it is ready to roll out, or just to be, like the knee pad for Joe down here. But it keeps you clean if you're down on the floor like this or have to get underneath a vehicle, because it slides upon itself. You move along, you're not touching the dirty ground, it keeps moving, and the dirt stays right underneath you. Plus, it's puncture resistant. You don't have to worry about rolling over rocks or tools or whatever like that. Find out more about all of the great uses for Magic Creeper. Get the original by going to their website at magiccreeper.com. We'll have more Performance TV right after this.
Our name is Performance TV, so how about this for performance? Top Fuel dragsters are the fastest accelerating manned vehicles on the planet. They can cover a 1,000-foot drag strip in just over 3.5 seconds. The cars burn about 15 gallons of nitromethane fuel over the course of a single run. And the top speed, 338 miles an hour. Performance TV coming to you from the Topcoat facilities in Jacksonville, Florida.
Welcome back to Performance TV, on location at Topcoat. Their product is remarkable, but so is their story. You're lying in a hospital bed, you've got this urgency, you have this eureka moment. What was your next step?
It was really trying to get it out there. Understanding what was going to work for the market, that I figured out. But it was how to actually launch it, how to get it out there. And it's in my condition. That would have meant, I can't walk, I can't go around and jump on airplanes and fly all over the place and start knocking on doors, So I started off small, started doing trade shows and so forth, the family, my son, my daughter, my wife, myself, and started seeing the response. It was so cool when out of 10 people, and I always use these numbers, out of 10 people that would come and buy it, check it out, 8 people fell in love with it immediately. But at the end of the day, I realized that, wait a second, this is going to go, because it's literally solving a benefit here. It's solving time, it's solving, efficiency. It's a product that works, it's a product that lasts, it's a product that builds with every time you use it.
What was the key to getting it out there?
The block and mortar store is the way of doing things. And naturally you want to go with a large chain, an automotive chain, right? But at the end of the day, that would have taken forever. In my condition, there's no way on earth I would have been able, it would have worked eventually, but it would have just taken too much time. And so the direction I quickly realized was, wait a second, seeing the response of how everyone's reacting to this product when we would do a show, we need to go direct to retail.
Scott and I were each other's missing puzzle piece. I ended up thinking, I need to find an American product. I mean, a real freaking product, not an overseas thing, or quality American product, and build a serious brand. That's what I always wanted to do. And it hit me to call Scott. So I was always a fan of Topcoat. I used the product for years. My father-in-law, introduced me to it through Scott years ago. And so it hit me one night, man, why don't you call Scott and ask him about selling his product, because it was kind of what I was looking to sell.
We knocked it right out of the park. When we first started getting the orders in, we can handle it, we can handle it, we can handle it. No, it wasn't 10 orders. It was like 500 orders in the very first day, right? So it was really something. And our house quickly turned into a manufacturing facility in the middle of a subdivision.
Because when you take an awesome American product like Topcoat and you back it with serious marketing like that, it's a perfect match. And so after the first month, when Scott realized we did more than a month and probably the whole history of the company, it was that massive, him and I were just like, dude, we need to just join forces, and go for it. And that's what we did. And after 10 months, I think we beat out like most of the top 10 companies in the industry, because it was a better technology, better product, sold a better way.
So now we've heard the Topcoat story, it's time to see the product in action.
Topcoat is a new way of doing things. Now, at one time or another, we've all used the outdated products on the market. And the problem with those are, they give your vinyl an artificially greasy, oily look that actually attracts a lot more dirt, dust, and debris. With Topcoat F11, it's going to enhance the natural shine. It's not going to make it greasy or oily, and it's going to attract a lot less dirt, dust, and debris. And you can see the difference between the two products here. You have a greasy, oily feel right here, and Topcoat F11 just gives the surface its natural luster. Now with the other products, if you get that stuff on your windshield, you got grease and oil all over the windshield, which is difficult to remove. F11 can be used even on your inside glass. Every surface on the interior, whether it's your vents, any chrome, your LCD screens, heck, even your steering wheel for that matter if you wanted to. F11 can be used on every surface on the interior of your car and the exterior too.
We'll have more Performance TV after this.
The earliest automobiles were started using a hand crank that often required a lot of strength, and it could potentially pose a danger to the operator if the crank kicked back or started rotating with the engine. The first electric starter was installed on a British car in 1896, and the 1912 Cadillac Touring Edition was the first American production car to be offered with an electric starter. Performance TV is brought to you by Stage 8 Fasteners, home of the world's best locking header bolt. Locking kits now available for all turbo applications. Go to stage8.com. Grip Lock Ties, rubber-lined releasable zip ties. McLeod Racing, the leader in clutch and driveline technology. And by FTI Performance. It's not cheating, it's the competitive edge.
Welcome back to Performance TV, presented by Topcoat. As you can see, a lot of product is moving out. And there is a reason, because you can use it on a car, you can use it on a plane. In fact, they want you to use it on just about everything, and that's what makes it different.
You know, as everyone knows, Topcoat is an amazing product when it comes to cars. We all know that. Obviously, whether it's the surfaces from the paint to the glass, you know, it's just an amazing product. But guess what else it can do? I get questions all the time at car shows or all these different shows that we go to. Hey, what else can I do with this product? Again, it's endless because it's a multi-purpose, multi-technology coating. You can do literally anything. I mean, look at this bike, for example. Here's a whole market that no one really talks about, but you're going through mud, you're going through water. You know, mountain biking is a huge, huge passion. It was one of mine at one time. And I always want to know how to keep it clean, right? Well, no different here. You just take your Topcoat, your F11, you spray it down. I mean, spray everything. Go crazy with it if you want, right? And then take your towel, your microfiber, and just start polishing, buff it in, and you get the same, you know, brilliant results that you would get, say, on that paint finish, right? But also, you're doing your tires, you're doing your sprockets, you're doing your rims, so it's helping prevent the corrosion, you're getting the protection on it, and less maintenance. So when you're going and you're tearing it up through the woods and through the water, all that comes off much easier. But there's other things you can do too. I mean, here we're in a garage, right? So you look around, what else can you do? You can do anything with Topcoat. So refrigerators, everybody usually has a refrigerator in their garage, right? Especially for the football games. Well, it's looking pretty ragged right now. No different. Give it a spray, take that microfiber towel, and look at this. You just start buffing it in. And again, what's beautiful about this is, yeah, granted it's a refrigerator in a garage, but no fingerprint issues. You know, the dust, the dirt, the debris, all gone. And you don't have to worry about that. Not cleaning once a week or once a day, but once a month. You know, Topcoat is great in the garage, but Topcoat is great everywhere in the house for that matter as well. There's no area that you can't use this product.
We get the question all the time, where else can you use Topcoat F11? We know it's used in the garage and on vehicles, but where else can you use it? Well, you actually can use it anywhere in your house, especially like cabinets. You can use it on your kitchen cabinets. It'll prevent them from staining and dirt building up. It'll even reduce wear, like around knobs and stuff that you see sometimes. So it just makes life easier, you know, and it makes things look new. On all your appliances, like this is a stainless steel microwave, which has a lot of different surfaces. It has stainless steel, which is notorious for just having stains and fingerprints and you can't get them off. Well, this microwave already has F11 on it. And if you notice, I've been trying for a little bit, trying to get a fingerprint to demonstrate, and it doesn't leave fingerprints easy at all. And they actually would just wipe right off if you do have any, so they don't embed. So F11 makes life a lot easier, not only in the garage and with cars, but also in the home. You can use it in your bathroom, on the shower walls or shower glass, especially the glass doors. It prevents a lot of water staining and stuff like that. You can use it on your leather sofa or leather furniture or wood furniture. You can even use it on high-end stereo equipment such as speakers or components. You can spray F11 on the towel and rub it on and buff it in.
We have a lot of customers who ask, what else can we use F11 on? Well, you can use it on your entire outdoor kitchen. Your granite countertops. It's going to enhance the shine and beauty. Help them keeping it clean, cleaner longer, and easier to clean. Topcoat is heat resistant, so it even works well on your stainless steel grills. Making it easier to maintain and keep cleaner longer, even on your ceramic grills. Once you've completed your outdoor grilling equipment, you can also move on to your patio furniture, whether it's plastic, wood, and if you're lucky enough to have a TV outside, even your TV screen.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Performance TV presented by Topcoat. I learned a lot, but now I got to head to the airport. Hey, Scott, does this thing move? Can you get me there?
We can find out.
That's great. And hey, you don't mind, I'm taking this.
Have at it.
Now, I learned a lot about what we can do when we're detailing and the fact that we have now one product that does it all. So different. And I might as well hit the Lambo a little bit, just a little bit, right, before we head out. You don't mind?
A little bit, it goes a long way.
This is kind of addictive in that, you know?
It is.
I don't know, I could get into this. On the glass, on the car, I'm detailing a Lamborghini. Maybe I skip my flight, who knows? We'll see you next time on Performance TV.